Last year was a fantastic season. 46 wins when we meet. We felt good about that. We thought 46 we were going to firmly be in the Western Conference playoffs. We weren't. So it's not good enough. You know, we got to get to the playoffs.
President of Basketball Operations Tim Connolly saying this team needs to get to the playoffs. Welcome back inside AutoNation All Access. Nick Kosmider of The Athletic joining us. So, Nick, how do they do it? How does this team get into the playoffs next season?
Well, as Tim said, they got to win one more game.
Yep.
You know, 46 wins most years, that's enough to get you into the playoffs. But instead, for the second year in a row, Denver was on the outside looking in by one game. I think a lot of what it's going to take is really just another year of maturation with the team that they have. And this is the first year, I think, going to the offseason where Tim Connolly has said, we've never been more confident in the core group. That includes Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, Gary Harris, and then you add to the fact that Paul Millsap, their big $30 million acquisition last year, they don't anticipate that he'll miss another half year. So really it's just going to be a matter of maturing a little bit more, and then obviously having a greater sense of urgency at the beginning of the season, which was the number one thing that we saw where they let games slip away that they had no business losing. So those are the things they have to clean up, but I think otherwise it's just kind of riding the trajectory that they're on, and I think that'll be enough this year.
NBA draft coming up on Thursday. Nuggets with the 14th pick in the first round. What do you expect them to do with that pick?
I wish I knew. I really, and you know, and efforting to continue to try to know, but 14th is a really interesting kind of area because, you know, most people I've talked to think there's maybe somewhere between 9 and 11 really good players in the top of this draft, and then you kind of hit another tier. And so it wouldn't surprise me if the Nuggets, you know, went ahead and picked there. There's a number of, I think, wing players. You talk about Miles Bridges from Michigan State, Mikal Bridges from Villanova, and Kevin Knox from Kentucky. Those are three guys I think are out of a position of need that if one of them falls to the Nuggets, that could be a pick that they'd like to make. But it also wouldn't surprise me if they move back in an effort to kind of shed some of the salary that they're up against this year.
Let's talk LeBron to Denver, if only to appease the masses. Earl Boykins saying this week that he feels like there's probably somewhere between 30 to 40% chance. What do you feel? How do you feel about LeBron and the possibility that he ends up as a Nugget?
My guess is probably closer to 0.3 and 0.4% chance. And now, and that's, I mean, you know, maybe Earl knows somebody that a lot of others don't, and that's, you know, that's the kind of the fun part about this season. And, you know, the fact that you could even talk about a superstar like LeBron James potentially coming to Denver, it's I think, a testament to what they finally built and kind of the young, smart, high IQ players that, you know, that a top player like LeBron would want to play with that are now on this Nuggets roster. But all that being said, to me, it just doesn't make a lot of sense for where he is in his career. You know, a place like LA or even Philadelphia where he can go ahead and compete right away for a championship next year. I think that's kind of sort of more the track that he would be on. From
the dream player to the guy they have on their current roster, Nikola Jokic, what do you expect to happen with Jokic this summer, if anything?
Yeah, I think what's going to happen with Nikola Jokic this summer is at some point they are going to extend him a max contract offer. They have said, Tim Connolly, Josh Kroenke, you know, and up the chain of the Nuggets organization has said that they want Nikola Jokic in a Nuggets uniform for a long time to come. I think this will be the summer that happens, and it will push the Nuggets a little bit up against the salary cap this year. But if you look beyond that, next year they'll have Wilson Chandler, Kenneth Faried, Darrell Arthur, some of those guys that are making a lot of money, and potentially even Paul Millsap, who could all come off the books. And next summer would be then the summer that they'll have a lot of room and maybe could chase a really marquee free agent next summer.
What can people find in the coming days on The Athletic?
Yeah, we'll have, you know, full, deep NBA draft profile pieces. You know, you can sign up for a deal right now at theathletic.com/NBA draft deal. And we have you covered all over the country for draft prospects and scenarios and all kinds of stuff like that.
One of the best in the business, Nick. We appreciate the time.
Thanks
for
Michael.
dropping by.
Appreciate it.